Welcome. My name is Ibrahim Sayar, and I will be one of the speakers, but I'm here as a director of the Center of Interfaith Affairs of Peace Islands Institute, which we are organizing with the Turkish Cultural Center. Actually, as a matter of fact, we have borrowed, as you may all know, the program of Abraham's Table from Turkish Cultural Center, and we will continue to organize such events. I would like to give a little bit information about the Peace Islands Institute, and also, of course, our Center for Interfaith Affairs. Peace Islands Institute is a non-profit organization that aspires to bring together different points of view. The central philosophy of Peace Islands Institute is to unite voices using the spirit of mutual respect and acceptance. The goal is to develop original and alternative perspectives on social phenomena as they relate to our lives, and to present explanation as well as solutions. By supporting successful practices, we can contribute to achieving world peace by creating realms of peaceful coexistence, or as we like to call them, Peace Islands. Peace Islands Institute is divided into several divisions, if I have to mention a couple of their names. One of them is like Center for Global Affairs. It's not all contained of interfaith work. Interfaith work is maybe like 15-20% of the work that we are trying to do. And this program is maybe the 10% of the interfaith work that we are trying to do. It's only a very little part of it. We have a crazy big projects, and especially when it comes to people of faith, they're all crazy. Basically, the ideas Jesus, peace be upon him, which we will be examining today, is beyond his time, what he's representing, and people call him crazy. What Moses brought as a message, and people called him crazy. When Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, came with a message, and people called him crazy. So that's actually the nature of the people of interfaith. So that's our crazy idea is establishing peace islands and making the world a peace island. That's a crazy idea, but it is possible with the work of the faithful people, with the help, with the grace of the Most High God Himself. That's what we believe. But anyway, we have also a Center for Global Affairs, deals with global things, and director of the center, Mehmet Kılık, he is here with us. Thank you for being here, Mehmet. The Center for Social Affairs. We have a lot of social problems, and we have a center for that. It is going to deal with it. And Center for Educational Issues, and Center for Interfaith Issues. Just only one part of. And we have also the director and CEO of the Peace Islands Institute and the director of the Social Affairs, Mr. Murat, is with us. Thank you very much for being with us, sir. And the Interfaith Center, the Center for Interfaith Affairs, aims to build relationships between different faith traditions. More than in any other time in human history, we need interfaith and intercultural dialogue in today's world. New York City offers a particular opportunity as a cosmopolitan city that embraces people and communities from many religious, cultural, ethnic, and socioeconomic backgrounds. Even though differences can generate some challenges at times, at the Center for Interfaith Affairs, we believe that people can live together despite our differences, if we learn to accept and embrace them by learning from one another. When people of different faiths come together to meet each other and to get to know their neighbors, to talk and to listen, They learn about other perspectives, and we all grow together. I have a theology degree, and I got my master's degree in psychology, specializing in counseling. What I had in mind before I studied psychology, what I had in mind about psychology was, psychology is providing solutions to the spiritual or non-physical problems of humanity, mental problems and whatever problem that we have, besides the physical problems. But what I have learned, and psychology is really providing some solutions. And especially when it comes to counseling, there is one thing that I have learned during my, it took a long time, 3 years study. There is one thing that I have learned. Psychology and counseling is all about listening. When people are able to, whatever they have in their chest, get it out, and when people get to know one another, all the problems, as a matter of fact, exist because of the lack of dialogue, lack of connections between people, between brothers and sisters, between father and daughter, and between the communities. It is all about lack of dialogue. And as a matter of fact, what we are doing, as a matter of fact, right now, is a psychological, a scientific solution for today's problem. And lack of communication exists. I mean, we don't really know what our next door neighbor is believing or doing. That's why, since we do not know, humanity is by nature an enemy of the unknown. Once we get to know, I think, then I think it's going to be the first step of the salvation for our problems. So that's basically what we're trying to do. But I would like to give, I would like to cut it short, not too much. I have my beloved friend, Reverend Holman here. He's going to speak about our wonderful topic. But when it comes to this kind of interfaith gatherings, when organizing interfaith gatherings like this, as Peace Islands Institute, we think that there are a couple of things to keep in mind in order to have sincere, fruitful dialogue. First, and most of all, the main reason behind this dialogue is to know one another, is to learn from one another, to have first-hand experience. Because what we know about the different tradition, about the other, is from media or any kind of second or third-hand information. We are sometimes imposed some knowledge outside our world, but we don't have the first-hand information. So this kind of gatherings is going to give us an opportunity to have a first-hand information about a different tradition. And first-hand information, always the right information. And with these kind of gatherings, it's important also to keep in mind, we are not imposing, none of us, any tradition to another. If there is such an intent, the dialogue is gone. This is not a battle of or wrestling of faith, definitely not. Accepting everyone for who they are, in their own position, but just trying to learn about the tradition itself. Again, this is not a wrestling or battle of faith. We accept and love one another for who we are and try to know our traditions, points of views of different topics in order to grow together peacefully. And again, another reason to offer our solutions, not just come together and talk about. Today we are going to get to know one tradition or two traditions. To offer our solutions to the social problems as faith community. We have bigger projects, upcoming projects, hopefully in the very near future. We are going to include every faith tradition. When I say faith, we are hoping to include even atheists among the faith traditions. Everyone. And organizing together, doing something together, offering something together. If terrorism is the issue of the world today, if it's a social problem, if the drug usage is a social problem. We have a lot of social problems, and let's come together and talk about the problems that we all have. And your faith is different than ours, of course. You are putting me to hell, I'm putting you to hell, that's all. But there's one thing that we cannot change. We have only one world. In this world, we have to live together. This is the reality. And the aim here is to make it possible peacefully. And what I have learned from God is that God is treating everyone equally. He doesn't differentiate between a believer, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, good person, black person, white person. He doesn't differentiate anyone. When rain comes, the rain is for everybody. When sun comes, the sun is for everybody. So in this world, God is treating us equally. So therefore, people of faith and everyone, we should treat each other equally. That's, I think, what we need to do. And since we cannot cover every details of our topic, or topics that we are going to study, we are trying to encourage you to investigate further on the topic. That's the other thing. This is going to be just a glimpse, and we would like we would like to encourage you to go further in details and try to do your best. And thank you. That's all I have to. That was a long introduction. I'm sorry about that. This is what Peace Island is, and that's what we are standing for. And at the end of my speech, I'm going to speak last. I will introduce you with the program of upcoming next month program. Right now, I'm going to introduce you our first speaker, Reverend Joshua Holman. As a PhD candidate in Faculty of Religious Studies at McGill University, Joshua Holman is researching Christian dialogue with Islam under the supervision of Professor Torrance Kirby. He received an award to research at the Hill Museum and Manuscript Library, St. John's University. He has pursued research in Germany at the Vatican Library, Rome. He is also a recipient of a Social Sciences and Humanities Research Council of Canada's Doctoral Research Fellowship. He has taught courses in Christian mysticism and women mystics and the Faculty of Religious Studies of McGill University. He is currently teaching a course on world religions at Concordia College, New York. He has presented papers at the meetings of the International Congress of Medieval Studies, American Academy of Religion, Renaissance Society of America, International Thomas Merton Society, and was invited guest lecturer of the Faculty of Divinity. Marmara University, he studied at Cambridge University, actually lecturer of the Faculty of Divinity, Marmara University, Turkey, as a matter of fact. He studied at Cambridge University, Valparaiso University, and Hangzhou University, China. He is also now serving as a pastor of Christ Lutheran Church in Queens. Please welcome Reverend Josh Holman.
Thank you to my friend. Thank you very much for this invitation. Thank you. Peace Islands Institute to the Turkish Cultural Center, New York. It's an honor to be here. Thank you very much. I also acknowledge the presence of a member of clergy here as well. It's good to be here. It's an honor to promote